Episode, bro. Once again, chat, I'm gonna start it out by saying, "Holy crap! I can't believe we're on this episode." Every week, bro. Dude, that's crazy. That's really crazy, dude. Dang. Oh man, that's wild. Amen. All right, so before we get into anything crazy, chat, I get to show you guys what I picked up in Florida. So obviously, every time we go on a trip, my dad and I hit up some toy stores and stuff like that. So first things first is something I got from Lego. It's small. Um, a little brick heads, little Commander Cody. It was a pretty cool build. I will say, I don't know if you saw my TikTok. That Death Star, dude, that thing's cool, bro. But no, no, I didn't. I didn't. Let me see. Trying to find a place to put all this stuff, dude. My desk is I'm out of space, bro. So we're gonna start with a Funko. Actually, most of it's Funkos. Evan's favorite character. I actually got this for $3. An episode 8 Ray chat. Come on now. Hey, look, $3. $3 though, bro. Also got this one for $3. It's a gaming greats. Iden Versio. Yeah. Pretty interesting. I was like, $3, bro. Come on. This is a Funko I've wanted for a long time. I could never find, but it's whoa, blurry. But it is Ben Solo. It was when he got the saber at the end of it was when he was defending Ray at the end of 9. This one is pretty cool. You do. You do have that. I've been wanting that one forever, bro. It's Kenobi, man. Twinning chat. Twinning. Yes, sir. We do both got Mace. Oh, we do got Mace. I forgot. Yeah, that's right. All right. You're probably gonna want to get back up because you have this one too. Yeah, I think that's the first one of the 3 that I have. Um, yep. Dude, I spent so much more on that set than it's worth now. It's crazy. Cause I got it when they were pretty brand new. Dude, I got that for $12. They were like 30 when they came out, bro. Now the last two things I have, chat, are Black Series figures. Evan has no idea I got these. Yeah. Cool little Django, bro. Yeah, dude. I will say, I'm a little confused. This is where the nerd's gonna come out, chat. You see his helmet dent? I thought the helmet dent was not in the movie. I'm pretty sure Boba got the helmet dent. I could be wrong. I'm almost positive that Boba got the dent. Yeah. Do you know how Boba got the dent? It was originally in a deleted scene, or a deleted scene from an episode of Clone Wars that they didn't make. He got in a Western shootout with Cad Bane, and Cad Bane put it, yeah, and the what's it called? I think he killed Cad Bane in it, but yeah, that's sick, chat. Dog, that's so sick. But I need you to, I need your reaction for this one. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been looking for this figure for a long time. They got pretty pricey. And I obviously bought it loose for $20. I thought it was a decent price because I was going to open it anyway. Yeah. 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 I had to, bro. You know what was crazy about the Django? They had two of them on display. One for 30 and one for 12. I bought the one for 12. I don't know. They were both complete, had all the blasters and everything. I don't know what the difference was. But yeah, yeah, guys, that's everything I picked up. With some pretty cool stuff. I saw a pretty cool Funko shop in Clearwater. We're gonna go next when we go in March. I think Evan's pretty excited because that shop is crazy. Yeah, a whole wall, dude, of Star Wars pops, and it didn't even scratch the surface, bro. It was insane, and they had some nice stuff. They had the smaller room. I don't remember what the store was called. I would name it if I remembered. The smaller room, bro. It was all graded and autographed, or really expensive pops, like the Freddy Funko that was $6,000 that they had sitting there. But insane, dude. Insane store. Yeah, literally 5 minutes from the beach. So yeah, yeah, dude. I love Clearwater, bro. If I could live there, I would. At a million subs, chat on the Nerd Bros Pod. Well, we're going to Clearwater. We're moving. Be there forever. Links will be in the description of both of our videos, so definitely head over there. We also have socials. We have TikTok and we have Instagram. Both of those are the same exact at. I'm pretty sure, aren't they? I don't know that it's the same as YouTube, but well, I mean, YouTube has its own thing anyway. But yeah, both of those will be down below as well. We're pretty excited for it, chat. Yep. At the Nerd Bros Pod chat. Oh, did we want to do something else while we're announcing it? You want to show it? Go right on ahead if you want. Oh, H Dizzle. Let me try. Let me try. Let me try. Let me try. Yeah, chat. Knowing that we both love Funko, we had to get a little Funko action in there. It's pretty cool, man. The only thing I wish we could have done is had the ram on the hat. That would have been spot on, dude. But yeah, he made that logo chat absolutely incredible. Homie killed it. Um, yeah, well, dude, I can't even explain how excited I am to you guys that we're actually gonna have a pod channel, bro. We've been talking about this for so long, and now that we actually have, we've proven that we can be consistent with the pod. This is what, episode 15. You know, it's just perfect timing to go right into a whole channel and stuff. So I'm excited for it. Is it really? Gee. Yeah, that's pretty cool, dude. Also, chat, I want it to be known in the logo, you'll see, um, dude, it's spot on when Evan shaves himself and leaves the stash. That is spot on, bro. Mine, I mean, bro, that's so me. It's not even like it's bro. That's literally me, dude. I can't even be mad about it. Oh, you do. Yeah, bro. I'm excited about it, man. There's so many cool things that we have planned for the pod. Um, what do you think about eventually, like if it does really good and we actually do like get our own place? What do you think about having like a studio? Tell me that would be sick. It'd be very different from this, very very different, but that we would need. Oh, 4 bedrooms minimum. No, we would need 5. What? Bedroom setup, bedroom setup, and a pod room. Or like if we had like a basement, we could just use that. Be kind of sick, bro. Yeah, that'd be sick. We got to get on the grind chat because that would be so much fun. Subscribe to the channel. We did discuss possibly doing a giveaway at 1K. I think we're gonna hit it faster than we think. So, um, when we get there, you guys know. Might have to be a Ray Funko. No, I'm totally kidding, chat. I wouldn't do that. I could give you one of the 39 different Grogu's that they've made. 'Cause they have. Speaking of Grogu, hold on. Chat, I painted a rock. Okay. At my grandparents. So my grandparents, they like all the grandkids painting rocks outside of the house. Um, and so I painted this, chat. Tell me that's not sick, chat. Tell me that ain't sick. Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool. So I had to. That's right. All right, bro. I think I'm good now. Wait, what? What could be abilities for Thor? Hmm? Really? Dang, that's kind of cool. Ooh, okay, that's kind of cool. I'm rocking with that. That's sick. I still need to finish the show, bro. I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna finish it for you. That's I was thinking it. Yeah, I was thinking it. I'm excited for that, bro. Yeah. Mhm. Um, Stream. That's right, chat. I'm trying. I'm this for y'all, chat. I knew we had to talk about it. Yeez. Who's your other one, Jeff? Yeah, that's sick, bro. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The next piece of news was something that I saw when I was gone, and of course, Evan brought it up. Star Wars Eclipse is still in active development. Um, Absolutely wild. I think I kind of figured it was, to be honest. But the problem with it was that we didn't know, dude. We don't know when it's coming, and it's just kind of it's. Evan says 2037. So well, I was close. I was close. Yeah, it's. I'm excited. I will say, I don't remember if you saw this or not, but I mentioned, what if it comes out in 2027 along with the PS6? Ooh, I don't think they did either. Survivor might have been. I think it might have been Survivor. They did a PlayStation 4 like a Battlefront 2 PlayStation 4, but it wasn't like released with the console, like the full brand new. This I'm saying like with a brand new one. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know how sick that would be to like get flown out to make content for it and then they give it to us. That's all I'm saying. That'd be fire, dude. That'd be fire. Yeah, it's cool. I really that was one of the greatest video game trailers for Star Wars I think I've ever seen. And we've heard nothing. And it's been what, 4 or 5 years? That's crazy, bro. I wonder. I really do have a thought here. So I wonder if the response to the Acolyte has made them try to rethink how they're going to do the game because it's in the High Republic. The Acolyte didn't do the greatest. Well, I guess I mean it was still in the High Republic, but it's toward the end because it's a lot closer to Phantom. But I don't know. I am gonna try to make content on the High Republic, but I can tell you it's pretty clear on YouTube. The High Republic does not perform the way Clone Wars stuff, even Legend stuff, I think performs better on YouTube than High Republic. So I don't really know what they're thinking with it. Just my thought. I know Yoda's in the game. Dude, you might be onto something there. I don't know the exact time period, but I do know that Yoda could be in the game. Or that Yoda's in it. So you probably can't fight him because they're not supposed to know. Unless you die. You play as Plagueis at the end? Yo! You might be onto something, bro. That could be wild. That's crazy, chat. Ooh, I did not even. That is interesting. Playing as Plagueis. Yeah, because if you're a Jedi, which I'm pretty sure you are. Actually, it doesn't have like a few different story modes or something. I thought it did. If you're a Jedi, there's no way you can survive Plagueis to make it make sense. That's why everybody died in the Acolyte, which worked. Yeah, that's interesting. I like your thought there, bro. Chat, he was cooking with that. Dude, it looks so good. And it's just for that trailer to have been out 4 or 5 years ago, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, I did want to bring something up now that we're on the topic of gaming. Um, do you remember us discussing how Battlefront 3 would likely cost half a bill? The rumor is that a big gaming insider believes a game like GTA 6 should be a minimum of $100. Do you think if that's the case and that becomes the norm, do you think it's going to kill gaming? Really? I buy what I want, yeah. Yeah. People are just going to be like, I'll just play Fortnite. I'll just play Rivals. That's what's going to happen. And I don't think it's a good move. Now in GTA 6, I kind of understand because they spent $1 billion on the game and it's going to be massive, but you can't make that the norm, dude. Yeah. But in all fairness, this Nintendo is they're pushing the envelope with it. Those are 80 for the Switch too. So I don't think we're far away. I don't think we're as far away from $100 games as we think. Unfortunately. Yeah, pretty wild. Pretty wild. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, dude. Do we know anything about the movie at all? So not an origin. Dude, chat 6'7". That's a clip, baby. That's a clip. See, my only thing with that, when it comes, like, I'm gonna kind of switch here for a sec. When it comes to the Teen Titans, I wanted origin stories. They're not gonna do it. I would have loved origin stories. I mean, that's kind of how we got with the Avengers. We started getting these characters first, you know, and then it led to the big team up. I kind of wish that's what they were doing with X-Men and Teen Titans, but yeah, I get that. Yeah, that'll be a fun one for us to go see in the premiere. Yep, full belief chat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have another Star Wars piece of news. So Mia Goth, she is in Starfighter, and she says that film is a completely separate film. She says there's new characters, it's its own thing, and it has a great script. Um, I wonder, do you believe that's damage control? Really? Oh, there's been backlash. Bro, I have a funny. I kid you not. My grandma took my little cousins, right, to the Lego store the next day because we went because she got something for one of the birthdays. And then the next day she took them. So she told them, she was like, I'll buy you some Lego, but you have to give me money that you've earned. And then you have to also, earn the rest of it, try and teach them and stuff. Bro, you said that and it reminded me. My little cousin pulled out his money and put it on the counter. All he had was $3. So he said $3 about Lego. It reminded me. That was pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a tad bit of damage control. Now, I will say, if it really does end up being its own story and completely separate, I'm fine with that. I think it would probably perform better if that's the case, to be honest. I like Ray. I like the character of Ray. Obviously, I love Daisy Ridley, but I don't think that is the overwhelming majority of the fandom with that belief. Sadly, I don't. So I think majority of the fandom is upset. Really? Mm, bro, somebody, I'm not going to say who it was, but there was a creator that made a pretty good point. They said, you know what would even, you could still understand as a viewer that it's going to Ray, but what if they don't take the kid to Ray? He takes the kid to Finn, and Finn's a Jedi. I think that could kind of work, bro. I think it could kind of work. Well, it kind of played to it. What it did, what Nine did was kind of say, I'm force sensitive, a feeling, blah, 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 blah. So I think that's where it's going, but I just don't know that they're going to do anything with Finn. There was a book. There is a book coming out that's about Finn. It's after Nine. Um, it doesn't seem like the book's going to do anything for that. So that's the scary part. What were you going to say? Insert meme here. That's going to be a banger clip because I'm going to do it. Give me some Finn. Jeez. Give me some Evan 2187. That is crazy. Oh man. That's good stuff. Jeez. That's good stuff. Yeah. I don't know, man. It seems like damage control to me. I'm excited. I'm pretty sure it's being said that Mia Goth's character is a villain. So I think that'd be interesting. Yeah. And so is what's that guy's name? He was the guy from he did was it House of the Dragon? Or it was no. Yeah. Matt Smith. He's a villain. Huh? Are you serious? Yo, Evan is onto it tonight, chat. He is. My boy is going crazy. Question: would we be okay with him playing that role in this movie? A clone of Palpatine? Yeah, I get that. I get that. What if we get Snoke again? But it's but he's better. I want a lot better Snoke. Yeah. It's not that I want a better Snoke. I just want Snoke to be, yeah. He would, dude, when he used that Force Lightning on Kylo, that was sick, dude. That's crazy that you remember that. That's wild. Yeah. So yeah, I think it feels like damage control. However, I'm with it, bro. If it is its own separate thing, I'm fine with that. I kind of would prefer it, but yo, what the freak? Are you gonna do it? Let's run it. Mhm. It's in the 1600s, the whole thing? Sorry, Chad, I'm still tired. It was a long drive yesterday. So hold on. When you started that, I thought you were going to say he went back to Kang, somewhere to get Kang. That's what I thought you were going with that. Interesting. That kind of sounds like they're cooking, bro. Yeah, I hope so too, bro. I really do. Um, Not only do I hope that it's a great movie, I hope we get to be at the premiere. Bro. So, chat. With that being said, to help us get to the premiere, we ask that you subscribe to the Nerd Bros Podcast channel. Yes, yes, and go on uh, Twitter/X and tag the Nerd Bros. Oh wait, we don't have a Twitter. Tag the Nerd Bros Pod in Marvel's page about the movie and tell them we want to be at the premiere. Yeah, that's crazy. That it sounds sick though, bro. Based off of the way you were talking earlier, I don't know if I am or not. Let's run it. No. Sad, my boy. What? Really? My goodness. Is this what you said Josh was talking about? Dude. Bro. Maybe that should be Wednesday's video. Bro, Kylo was a good character. Yeah, That's kind of got me heartbroken. Yeah, I have not seen anything about that, bro. But again, I spent yesterday traveling, had funeral and stuff today. It's been a busy couple of days, so that's crazy. That's great. Yeah, that's upsetting. They could have done some cool stuff with that. I I want a Knights of Ren movie. Even a comic run, bro. I'd be fine with that. Yeah, that's wild, bro. I had no idea. 50 minutes. Well, you gotta remember too, we kind of had 10 days to of stuff too. So yeah. Yep. Um Let me go ahead and pull up the because all that we had for Star Wars was Lucasfilm Publishing. They had a panel. I'm gonna pull up everything that we got for that. Really? Ooh. Ooh. For what? For what show? Oh yeah. Dang. I need to finish that too, bro. Yeah. Yeah. I personally was relatively pleased with the Marvel stuff, and I was relatively pleased with the Star Wars stuff, but there was some pretty big arguments on the internet. I'm not going to get into that, but I'm going to tell you guys all of the publishing stuff. So we got um, it's like the Art of the Acolyte, and honestly, it looks pretty cool. So we're getting a book for the Art of the Acolyte. We're getting a Art of Andor, like a complete series, Art of Andor. There's I don't know what this is, but it's got a pretty cool thing about it with some, oh geez, some battle droids and stuff. So looks kind of cool. There's a Funko Pop coloring book for The Mandalorian. It's kind of cool. It's interesting. It's different. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, it's actually kind of cool, bro. Knowing how much both of us love Funko and stuff. So there is Art of Coloring Mandalorian and Grogu the movie. I'm kind of going through the cheesy stuff first, to be honest. The Mandalorian visual guide. There was some comic news. So we are getting Black, White, and Red. This is the cover for number 3 for the Black, White, and Red Boba Fett. Looks rather sick. It's pretty cool. We're getting some new High Republic stuff. Kind of cool. We are getting a Visions manga. So that seems interesting. Here, my bad. No, that one's not about the Ronin. Completely different. I don't know if this one's going to have anything to do with the new season. It could. I think it'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Then we have the Art of the Mandalorian and Grogu. The cover's not final on it because the movie hasn't come out. So I imagine that there's some big reveal in the movie. That's why they haven't showed it to us. And then we have 2 books. We're getting the first ever. Now, this is what sparked a lot of the controversy. We're getting the first ever Star Wars book that is about. It's a love story. So I'm kind of on it. It's whatever. I would read it then. Yo, he's cooking, chat. I'm telling y'all, he's cooking. Now, the biggest announcement that we got, some people aren't going to like, okay? It is what it is. I'm going to read this because I'm excited about one of the characters in it. Star Wars Legacy, obviously, that can show you who it's about. Now, this is a full novel, and it's telling the story between 8 and 9 about Rey and Leia being her master. And it also tells how Rey fixed the Skywalker saber, and then it just goes through all of them, them 2 being master and apprentice. However, Kylo is on the cover. I find that interesting. I don't know what they're going to do with Kylo, but I think there's going to be some cool stories in there. I mean, a lot of people were mad because it's Rey. I'm going to read it. I'm probably going to enjoy it. I'm more interested in Leia, to be perfectly honest, because I think there's so much there about Leia and her Jedi stuff that we don't know that I want to know about. Yeah, that's all we got though, man. Yeah. There it's a decent slate. Um oh wait, there's something that was not in there that I know for a fact we're getting. We're getting Jar Jar comics. I completely forgot to mention that, and it wasn't on that, so it slipped my mind. It showed 2 comics. I don't know if it was a variant cover or not, but there was 2 Jar Jar comics. One of them is about Jar Jar and Keller and Beck. Keller and Beck is the character that was in The Mandalorian season 3 that saved Grogu from Order 66. So that's cool. That's going to be cool. Yeah, I'm definitely going to make a video about that one. That's going to be sick, dude. Jar Jar comics, bro. I never thought we'd see the day. Never thought we'd see the day. No. But I'm hype about it. Yeah. I don't think I want roast Tico chat. I'm gonna be honest. Nothing against Kelly Marie Tran, but roast Tico was not my favorite character, bro. uh Yeah, I don't know why it didn't show that here. That's interesting. But yeah, I'm pretty hyped. DC get anything? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this should be kind of fun. I, do we know who we've picked before? Because I kind of want to not pick somebody the same. But we've only done one of these, haven't we? I don't think I've picked this character. Okay, I'm ready. One second. You want to go first or me? Let's see here. Let me get my little chart out so I can write down what I Hmm. I'll start out easy. Male or female? Okay. Marvel. Um Wait, are we limiting it to 10 questions again? Okay, so 10. Um so it is a male. Is this character primarily canon or legends? Okay. Based on your question, I'm going to say primarily canon because you I think if it was a Legends character, you would have went with that. So, I'm going to go with primarily canon. Okay. Villain. Primarily canon. Hero or villain? Hero. Okay. Male. Hmm. Are they in any of the three main trilogies? Okay. All right. Hmm. Multiverse. I hope that's 100% correct. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay. Hmm. Is my character only in the Phantom Menace? Mhm. Okay. I don't believe so. Oh no, it's not. Is that who you were asking? Because no, no. Okay, so I've asked five. I'm halfway through my questions, chat. Hmm. Is my character a Jedi? Okay. Hold on. Chad, I gotta keep going to Google, bro. My bad. Street. Let's see here. Man. So it is a male. So that eliminates her. Hmm. Kind of got me stumped. Yeah. Hmm. In the prequel trilogy. What the heck? In the prequels, is a hero, primarily canon, is male. In the prequels, Not only in the Phantom Menace and not a Jedi. Huh. Is this character on my desk right now? Okay. Not that you know of, anyway. Um, yes. Hmm. Let's see here. Not on my desk. Hmm. Move away. I was showing chat something. I was showing something to chat, bro. All right, let's see here. The prequel thing is kind of throwing me off because it's not a Jedi, but it's a hero. Does this character appear in all three films? Um. Hmm. No. Uh. No. So how many? One, two, three, four, five, six. Dang, I only got two questions. Oh man. Yeah. Not in all three. Man, something is off with my questions because I'm confused. Like I'm lost. Is the character in the Phantom Menace? Okay. I don't think so. Uh, I don't think so. All right, one last question. Is my character in Revenge of the Sith? Okay. Hmm. So I have to guess after this. Uh, oh shoot. Goes. Mhm. Yeah. Let me run through all my things. Is male, primarily canon, is a hero in the prequels, not only in Phantom Menace, not a Jedi, not on my desk, does not appear in all three films, not in Phantom Menace, not in Rise of Skywalker. Or Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith is what I meant. Oh, in, my bad, my bad. Hmm. Dude, what? R in Revenge of the Sith is a hero. I'm trying to think. Mm, It's so hard, bro. Is my character Bail Organa? Dang. That cracks me up. Correct. I played reverse psychology. I tried to. I acted like I didn't know if he was Spider-Man villain. I did know. When you first asked, I thought you were asking if he was primarily Spider-Man. That's why I hesitated. And I was like, I don't think he is because I think he's Daredevil, correct? Yeah. Who was mine? Tarful. Oh my goodness. Bro. You're right. I wouldn't have guessed that. I think we need to cut it to one though, because that was pretty long. That was fun. That was a good one. It took us a little while. Yeah. That was great. I wasn't going to guess Tarful, bro. In the prequels, yeah. 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 Tarful has appeared in Legends. Really? He was? Really? Okay. That's interesting, yeah. He was in Fallen Order? What? I don't remember that. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty good. That was a fun segment. All right, Chad, we got two more segments. This next one is it's become a staple. We got the mystery segment, baby. So this one's for Evan. It's an interesting one. I think he's gonna have kind of fun. This one's gonna kind of turn his brain a little bit. What would be your dream video game for Marvel or DC that is not Spider-Man or Batman? It can be related, it can be attached, but not Batman or Spider-Man. See what I'm saying? Ooh, yeah. Teen Titans video game would be crazy, dude. Dude, that'd be phenomenal. Imagine, see, that's the thing is like, there you go. There you go. It's like, I feel like with a lot of these games, it would be so much better to have co op, dude. Especially Lego. Dude, online co op for Lego, me and you running around as Batman and Robin. Come on, bro. Like, tell me that wouldn't be sick. Is it because of your computer? Fair enough. So you're pretty much just saying you need a PC. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's correct. That is 100% correct. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of a short mystery segment, but kind of a decent little fun one. Just a little fun question. It did. It did. That was really fun. What? Discovered what? She doesn't, bro, chat. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Chat, do you guys see a gray hair? No. I think it's that, but it also just looks like I mean, first of all, she's getting in trouble when we get done with this. Second of all, I never even saw it. Although, chat, I could shave it. Just right, just be kingpin. Just saying, but I'm not going to because then it would make the logo look goofy. So it stays. No, that's funny. I was not expecting that at all. That is not what I thought you were asking. That's because at first I was like, "What did she discover?" And then I was like, yeah, "See, because you went like this," and I was like, "Okay, chat, I'm 25, bro. I'm 25, chat. It's not unk status yet. All right, not until I hit that 3-0. Okay, we're not unk status. You know, it's 18 years for you. That was mean. That's chat. That was that was rough. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to go DC first, and then we'll go Star Wars and then Marvel. Oh yeah, yeah, that's interesting. I think I'm most excited for Supergirl probably. Yeah, that's exciting. That's actually rather exciting. It should be a pretty good year for DC. I'm cool with it, bro. Yeah, so that they're kind of honed in and focused. I agree. Now, don't forget you can add gaming into this. Are you sure? Come on, bro. Yeah, yeah. Will you at least agree that as of right now, it is the Skywalker saga? Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Yeah. It really makes me want. It makes me want a Lego Star Wars Clone Wars game, bro. Really bad, really bad. Which, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the 2026 slate for Star Wars. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start because we just ended with the Lego. We do have Zero Company, which is a turn-based game, I believe, by Bit Reactor. I'm just ready for a new Star Wars game. So there's that. I think it's single player too. It's set during the Clone Wars, so kind of cool. Next, we have likely another Tales. So like Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire, that sort of thing. We've been getting it May 4th every year, so we've been getting 6 animated shorts. So we should get more next year, I imagine. I did see a rumor. I don't remember. I think people are saying there's a good chance that it's about Sith. So don't know who, but I think it'd be kind of cool. Um, I actually think it'd be kind of cool if they went into different eras. They've pretty much been doing Clone Wars era. So um, I don't think so, but that would be cool. Like a Legends. Yeah, that would be sick. Listen, yeah, that'd be cool. We get some Revan. Yeah, I'd be with that. So the next up we have the Ninth Jedi. So the Ninth Jedi was an episode from Vision season one. We are getting a second episode of it in season three, which comes out in 2 weeks. But we're getting a whole series that is a spinoff of that. Um, and I think the cool thing about it is, I was one of the people at the time when season one came out that said, I hope we get the Ninth Jedi as a series. So knowing that we're getting it next year is really cool to me. We're finally getting something that we're asking for, right? So that's exciting. I think you're gonna love the Ninth Jedi. It was by far one of the best ones from season one, and we're getting a second episode, so that's pretty cool. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. I'm excited about it. Of course, I want to go to the premiere. I would love to go to the premiere. Like, genuinely would love it from the bottom of my heart. Um, but there's not really a ton to say about it. I thought the trailer was great, so I'm excited for it. What about you? Yeah, yeah. Um, I truly in my heart believe they have stuff that they're not going to tell us about, like Moff Gideon. So, yeah. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have. I can't decide which one of these two I'm more excited for, but we have the Maul Shadow Lord series, animated series about Darth Maul. I mean, it speaks for itself. I'm super excited for it. The rumor is that they're using pieces of George Lucas's original ideas for the sequels, which was Maul and Darth Talon. So I think Dave is playing in that little sandbox right there. So that's cool. Actually, I don't even know if Dave's doing it. Is it? Is he? I don't know the answer to that question. Because if he is, that dude has got his hands in everything, bro. Really? That's interesting. Okay. My brain would say Dave, but I could be wrong. And of course, last but not least, we have the Ahsoka season 2. Um, that's another thing I would love to be at the premiere for. That would just be phenomenal, dude. I think it's probably going to be an August release, I would imagine. I think it's coming out after Mando and Grogu, so and I kind of feel like the end of Mando and Grogu is gonna. I feel like we're gonna get possibly a post credit scene. I think that would be cool. Get a post credit scene leading into Ahsoka. I think that'd be sick, dude. Yeah. So honestly, I think for Star Wars, man, that's actually a decent slate, dude. I'm not mad. Over the Mortis stuff, though. Ah, yeah, yeah. It does. It does. I'm pretty excited for it, man. I think next year is going to be a pretty cool slate for Star Wars, to be honest. Um, I'm really I really want a new trilogy. So I think when that moment comes, because I do think it's coming, and I hope it's Heir to the Empire. I really do. I would love that the most. But yeah, man, I'm pretty excited about next year's slate. Especially with all the stuff that I'm planning on doing content wise. I'm pretty hyped. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah. That looks good. That looks good. Yeah. Mm. Wait, the character is an actor? Interesting. Oh, dude, I would freak. Now you're pulling on my heartstrings because to have the two of them in a live action movie, to see my cousin Peyton up on screen as Miles, yeah. Yeah, the Nerd Bros would be very grateful. Very grateful. Yeah. I have a couple of thoughts. First, only having two Marvel movies, I don't think is that big of a deal with the slate that comes along with it, because that slate is incredible. Two, we might need to get a little spot in California because we got a lot of premieres to go to, bro. A lot. Yeah. 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 Bro. That's that whole so chat. If you look at the whole slate of Marvel, DC, and Star Wars, I think it's going to be a good year for the pod, dude. Think about the amount of reactions that we're going to be able to have to trailers. Because on the podcast channel chat, we're going to literally he's going to be able to react to Star Wars stuff, and I'm going to be able to react to Marvel and DC. So you'll probably see me a lot more on there for the reaction stuff because there's going to be way more Marvel and DC than Star Wars. But it's still, I think that's sick, bro. That's right. Oh, really? We're forgetting something else that's happening next year. The Nerd are going to Orlando, chat. MegaCon, baby. Excited for that. Do we want to make a sub goal by MegaCon? What are we thinking? You got to remember, in those 5 months, we plan on posting 2 shorts a day and a pod a week. So, what do you think? If we stay consistent with that, what do you think? 2,500? Yeah, I like 2,500. You know what? If you want, we can say 5. I ain't afraid. 2,500? 2,500 to 5. That's what we're going to say, chat. Yeah. Yeah. Monetized, really. Let's, yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, we got time too. I said we pre record the way we did this one. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good episode. I loved it. It was enjoyable. Dude, we got a cool year coming up, bro. I'm excited. All together? All together could be interesting. That will probably be the most different list that we'll have. What? Do you want to mention it, or do you want to like mention it to me privately? Okay, run it. Ooh. So we're drafting based on gross. So at the end of 26. So we could literally do this in the last episode of this year, and we'll calculate at the last episode of next year. So like episode 70. Dang, that sounds crazy. Episode 70 something? Wow. Okay. I like that. That's fine. Yeah, I'm with that, bro. I'm with that. All right, chat. It's been the Nerd Bros, man. Episode 15 is now in the books. Once again, subscribe to both of our channels and also subscribe to the Nerd Bros podcast channel. Link will be down below in the description for both of us. Peace, chat.